Well, we're very happy to have you today to know more about your film and the conditions it was made, and also know more about you and your career. And we're really fortunate to have in our this official selection this year this very nice comedy. I don't know if we should call it romantic comedy, or anyway, it has many facets, and we'll talk about it. But Halal love story is very nicely done, and you know, it does not remind me of love story, you know, the original love story, because that was more of a drama, you know, and
Yeah.
and your movie is more of a comedy. But please, let me ask you the first question. How did you get to this idea of making this movie about the theme you are trying to talk about, basically, you know, how art and cinema can live with in an environment of, let's say, conservative religious. How did this idea end up being your film?
Yeah, well, this is my second film. The title, as you mentioned about it, this is not a love story, as we know. This is the title is we deliberately put the title like this because the content of the film, a group of people is trying to make their own film in a halal way. I will explain the background of the India and the Kerala. Kerala, we have a separate state. We spoke a different language, Malayalam. You know, inside India, there are 27 plus languages. Each state have each languages. So we are the smallest state inside the India, and many religions are living here. Of course, Muslims are here. They are Arabian Sea. So the Middle East Gulf, they are very connected to the Gulf. So inside the Kerala, the Muslims are living in different organizations, like it's like not Shia Sunni, not like that. There are political organizations here for Muslims, political and also the social organizations, religious organizations. So I put one organization because my family and my surroundings are learned from that organization, live with that organization. It's like a social religious organization only, but most of the majority of the Muslim community in Kerala, inside the India also, they are considering cinema is haram. It's not connected with that community, so they are away from that art form. Some organization, they are not that much connected with drama or other art forms. They believe there is no chance in art in Islam. Some people are like that in every world, I think. So here is also like that. So the story behind, I got the storyline. I went for a commemorative function of a late poet who also working with one organization, Islamic organization here in Kerala. One couple came for that commemorative function, and they shared their experience with the late poet that once in 1980s, the poet came to their house asking, will you act in our film like husband and wife? The poet approached the real husband and the wife and asked. At that time, the wife is saying that I'm not willing at that time, but the pressure from the organization, she convinced that it's for the organization. We are doing uh, like any other program, like they are agitating the against imperialism, against it's interest, like a riba interest, and some other things. So same like that, the wife is agreed to act as her husband's wife in that film. So that production makes them some experiences. So I got that story idea from their speech in that commemorative function of that poet. So I developed it because me and my co-writer Mohsin Barari, we are also grown up with these organizations. So we know how they are working, how they are thinking, like that. So this is the background of this story.
Yeah, well, it's fascinating, and we find pretty much what you're saying in the movie, more or less. I mean, we find this organization that has a lot of impact, social impact on its members, and the people look up to the head of the organization, who can sometimes convince someone to do something, even when the thing is something is not very sure about. So they just like he did with the wife, I think, of the character, and also this community type of life, and probably is this, you would call it, you would say that it's something you try to got your inspiration from the community life you have in Kerala. Is this would you say that?
Yeah, I have experience with that community because my co-writer has grown up with this community, this organization. So this cadre type organization, everything they have to discuss with their leaders, and they gathered for meeting for every program. So the organization runs like that. So we have the experience with them.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, even here in Morocco, we have people, not sometimes in organizations, as you say, who would be very conservative in terms of watching movies, and sometimes even photographs. They would be against having people photographed, or having photographs up on the walls, etc. But it's usually today, I would say, a minority. But the majority of the Muslims here, and this is my question, is it the same in India? But here, the majority of the Muslims, as a matter of fact, would want a halal movie, meaning they don't want to see some things in the movies. They're ready to watch movies or to make movies. But for example, even guys, we have actors in Morocco who would tell you, well, I can't kiss a girl. This is something haram. Even if I'm just acting, I can't do it. And these are actors, very known actors in Morocco. So just I don't know if you have the same situation in India, but I understand this haram thing, haram movie, halal movie. This borderline, it's a red line somewhere, has to go through this. What is haram and what is halal.
Yeah, Sorry, just interrupted.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Can
me?
you? Yeah. Can you
I can hear
see
you.
me?
Yeah, yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Okay. 1 second.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, fine. The situation here in India is different because we live in mixed community. We have Muslims, Hindus, Christians, Buddhas, Jainas, Sikhs, and so many religions are here. And the film industry is also with mixed. Muslims and all religious people, including people are here inside the. Sorry. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So what we said in this movie Halal Love Story, it's only about a minority community. So actually we are living in a mixed community. So our film industry is also mixed.
Yeah,
About the Morocco, this type of confusion community, how these confusions halal or haram. As you know, we have mixed actors, superstars here, like Amitabh Bachchan, like Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan. So they're mixed. So they are. And there is no confusion like that.
okay, yeah, well, but when you decided to make that movie, what were you trying to convey? I mean, basically, what is your what theme beside the fact that you're referring to a community that you know and a situation that you've heard about, a story close to what you're trying to do, but you were trying to make a point in this movie about something, were you?
No, it's just like I thought to just show up this community, their thoughts, what they are thinking on, they are approaching for a cinema, how they are going to do cinema in a halal way. So I just want to show the community like their approach towards the film. That's all.
Okay, yeah, well, as a setup, yet they are very nice uh, side stories, I would say. Yeah, you have this main plot, which is the crew trying to make a halal movie with the and the cast with all the difficulties to do it. But we have also two minor plots. One with regards to the relationship between the two main characters in the halal movie, because they're married and they seem to have a misunderstanding starting to during as they go forward with the movie. The husband feels he's left behind, and he has to manage this situation where his wife looks better than him on camera almost, and it's very difficult for him because he thought that he was the actor, and his wife was just drawn into the movie without being really an actress. Yet she was performing better than him, and so he had to go over that situation. And I want first to I want your I would like you to reflect on this first on this minor plot that we saw also.
Yeah, we have the two subplots. One, the husband and wife relation, uh, and the director and his family relation also.
Exactly.
Siraj relation also. So it's very simple. We just showing the different kind of people, how they are reacting in a process. So how the husband in if we come to the husband and wife relation, how far their inner soul relationship uh, uh, between husband and wife, they are finding they are realizing that they are not that much close uh, once they are came into a into a filmmaking in film process. So that type of realizations of about human emotions, we just of course we are doing a drama inside this film, so we put like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was very nicely, as you say. They realize that they're not standing on the same line, and they kind of lost their wife and husband type of solidarity at one point. Yet we see them come back, and it's nice to see them come back to each other. With the as the film unfolds, we see how they can try to make up for this the misunderstanding, and it was very nicely. I compliment you because it was very nicely made. It's quite touching to see them uh, go back again to to normal relationship, let's say.
Thank
Uh,
you.
and also obviously the plot of the director, his family, his inner conflicts, and his, we see how he's starting as a pretty messed up guy, and then we don't understand why, and then we realize with time how human he is. In fact, he's very he's a person very very nice, very human, and capable of seeing the best in the others, and because he's a director, maybe, so maybe
Yeah.
you're talking about yourself. So
Maybe not like that, but yeah, the artist life is always complicated.
yeah.
We can't find this is a reason for that pain, this is the reason for that problem. uh, this inner conflict are every time going inside the artist. So I just want to show how after all he's a very good human.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because at first we weren't sure he was that good. He was kind of sarcastic and very, and I think he took the job only for the money, or and then, but later on, he was able to really uh, become. Don't you think? He took over. The project became his project, and he was very happy
Exactly.
to direct this movie, when in the beginning he wasn't really happy with it, and
Yeah.
so that's also a nice arc. We see this transforming arc of the director, and it's nicely done. And how 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 was the shooting? How tell us, how did you what challenges did you have shooting this film?
Yeah, we shot it with an enjoyment because this is my second film, and we shot it in a small village in Kerala. Hope you see that river, that greenery. So we shot it in a village inside a house, and uh, the surroundings. So uh, and we also got the very good actors from the Malayalam film industry. The director's cast Joju George. He's very good actor in Kerala, and also the uh, the character of Suhara. She's a Grace Anthony, her name. She's very good actor. So we know each other in other way. So it was a very funny moment while shooting. So only the challenge is I faced that how the output of actors, their reactions, the actors' attitude will come as we like, because uh, our film some way is a sarcastic. We are uh, uh, trying to convey in sarcastic way some part, as you know, inside the film. So that's only the challenge I face, to manage the actors in an original way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how long did it take you to shoot this film?
It's 36 days.
36 days,
Yeah.
meaning 6 weeks, I suppose. You have
Yes.
6 day week in India, I suppose. So
Yeah.
it's 6 week, just like in Morocco. So it's 6 week shooting.
Yeah.
That's very nice results. And also, I think you conveyed very well, and that was, I suppose, a challenge also. And we see it in cinema. It's not the first time, but we see it now from year or 1 year to another. We can see a movie like that where we're shooting people shooting something. We have these two layers. We have the our story, the story going on, and we have the story that they're supposed to be shooting. And so when you have these two layers, it's also very interesting, and it's challenging to have them to have the characters play for both situations, because they play when they're shooting the film they were supposed to make, and they play differently when they're when we see them again in the film that we are watching, and when they're out of the camera, that they have there, and that's also very interesting because and I think that challenge you succeeded very well, and I compliment you also on that, because we can see how the characters are so different when they're in front of that camera, and then when in front of your camera,
Yeah. That's real contributions from the actors. Also. Yeah.
And it was also I liked very much, and I think that's also something that you did very nicely. At one point, when the director realized that those guys were just too bad, they couldn't make really a movie.
Yeah.
And then he brought in this coach.
Yeah.
And the coach was funny, because she was changing them, doing all these exercises, and it reminds me a bit, because I'm also a director, so your film is made me smile and laugh, because it reminded me of situations we get into when we are shooting movies, and when we are shooting with people that not really prepared, and when all these situations, and then you can't really get angry, but you have to find a solution, and all. I think you've done a very good job in being really, I think, close to what a cinema set looks like. I mean, there are differences certainly between a set in India and a set in the States, was set in Morocco. Yet there are some things very common. You know, how the team works and how they communicate, and I'm sure you. I mean, I was looking at the equipment they were using. They were using some kind of old equipment. I'm not sure if you're using that kind of equipment still. The camera, the lights, and I was looking at all those things that they were using as to make the film. And it was interesting because those what they call the tools to make films, I found them very interesting. The way also people kind of not worship the tools, but they have a lot of regards toward their tools, their working tools, and they have this ceremony to get people to before they start shooting, so that the tools have some kind of the tool may help them. They were hoping that the tools would help them make a good movie. So that was also very. Is this something common? Would you say that is something that people do when they want to do a film in India? They would need to bless the tools, or that scene about blessing the tools.
Yeah, it's part of religious worship. So they are respecting their tools.
But does it have to do also with Islam, or it doesn't?
No, not in Islam. It's from Hindu community.
Okay.
But most of the people are practicing like this.
Oh, okay.
Because the camera if the camera custodian's camera owner is a Hindu person, they will do it.
Okay.
Like that. If the producer is a Hindu, they will do it. If some Muslims are doing same as like an they're doing it. Some people they will forget it, like me. not connecting with any religion.
You forgot it in your movie, but inside the movie you didn't forget it. You put it there.
Yeah. It's not forgetting. I don't mind like these things.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's a nice way to show the people respect for the work, because when you respect your tool, you respect your work. I mean, a worker who does not respect his tools doesn't respect his job, really.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a very nice point. I think it's something that will touch people even in America, or because we need to have nicely maintained tools, and it starts with having some respect towards that the work and the tools.
Yes.
So I congratulate you on that. I don't want to talk too much on your film, because I don't want to spoil it. I hope people will discover the film, and it's a wonderful film to watch. And I wish you the best luck in this festival and competition and the festivals. But tell me about your first film. Was it a comedy also?
Yeah, it's comedy also. And one thing that I want to add, that my first film, Sudani from Nigeria, also screened in FES, International Film Festival.
Excuse me?
Also screened FES, International Film Festival in Morocco. FES.
Okay. But I'm not sure. I didn't find it. Was it on the platform, on the?
No, it was in the fest. In the fest. In Fez.
In Fez.
Yeah, in Fez. Yeah.
Fez, the city. Oh, okay.
Fez, the city.
I missed it. I didn't see it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was there with my film.
And you came to Fez to see the film. Oh, that's great. When was this?
It's 2019.
2000, right before COVID. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 2019. So and the film got the best director award also from there.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be very happy to see it. If you have been to send me a link, I'd love to see your
Yeah,
first
sure.
film.
It's in Netflix also.
Ah, okay, okay. So, well,
Yeah,
I don't have Netflix.
I
Yeah.
will send you the Vimeo link. I have the Vimeo
Okay.
link.
Is this film in Netflix? Did you sell it to
No.
Netflix?
No.
This one? Okay. And this what do you foresee for this film now? The Halal Love
This film
Story.
is Halal Love Story is in Amazon.
Ah, you already started selling it through Amazon?
Yeah.
And how about movie theaters? It doesn't.
It's not release date in movie theaters because of the
The
COVID.
COVID. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How is the situation, by the way, in your states? The COVID
Yeah,
situation.
it's a lockdown here. We are getting a little bit better, but the situation is not that much good. But we hope for the best.
Yeah, well, we hope for the best. Yes, we've been following that. And tell me, what are your plans for the future? What are you? Do you already work on a new project?
Yeah, I'm working on my next third movie. It's a children movie. It will be shot in Dubai. So I'm working on it, and I have two more films in lineup. I have to work on it.
Ah, that's great. Still a comedy, the third one, or is it
A
going
third
to
one
be?
is a children movie. Yeah, it's in a humorous way. We are
Yeah,
treating.
it's yeah, I mean children, meaning they're the main characters, and it's the
Yes,
audience. It's for a children's audience.
no, the main character is a children.
Ah, okay,
Child.
okay, but it's for all public.
It's for all public. Yes.
Yeah. Well, best luck to you, Mohammed, for the future, and thank you so much for your time and for this interview. And I'll let people discover your film during the festival, and I'll send you a link so that you could, if you have the possibility, see yourself the other films that we have in this festival.
Sure. You please. Yeah, I would like.
And hopefully also we hope to have you on the closing ceremony, which will be held on the 26th on Zoom.
Sure.
And hopefully next film maybe you could participate with it if it's a comedy, and we'll bring you over just like you came for Fez.
Yeah, sure. I would like
Rabat. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And the best luck to you, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you,
Bye-bye.
and bye.